viewers, this is Gilgit welcoming you all to Nltv News Now. Let's go to the headlines first. Dimapur police issues a press notice on the enforcement of road traffic in view of the ongoing festive season. Chief Engineer TNG states that Power Department has been experiencing instances of major power disruptions caused by unmindful felling of trees by EHV transmission lines. K3 calls out on the resolution passed on by the Assembly asking appropriate authorities responsible for the Oting-Tiru massacre for an apology. Condemning the resolution, K3 claims Assembly has shamed Naga bravehearts. DRDA employees offers state government an ultimatum till January 15, 2022 to pay off all unpaid salaries, after which legal actions will be taken provided in the failure to meet the demands. Global Miss Nagaland, in collaboration with Global Model India and National People's Party, organizes Global Miss Nagaland at Livingstone Foundation International School, Dimapur. Let's go through the news in detail, viewers. Well, the stating about the overall law and order situation in Dimapur through the press release by the Dimapur police for the last 12 months, it was stated that the situation is peaceful and under control. Under the Dimapur Police Action Plan, Dimapur Police is putting extra enforcement to control extortion and illegal taxation activities. During the last 4 months, extortion cases have come down since the implementation of the District Action Plan. 11 murders, as stated in the press release. I will be going ahead. 11 murders cases registered and 7 arrested in 2021. 36 cases of kidnapping and abduction registered with 81 arrested. 1 rape case registered and 1 arrested. 280 cases registered under theft and 83 arrested. 15 cases registered under POSCO Act and 14 arrested. Office of the Commissioner Police Dimapur issues a press release in view of the ongoing festive season. As per the advisories issued, road traffic is to be enforced, especially in Dimapur city centre, Purana Bazaar and Chumo highway stretch. Public has been asked to adhere to the mentioned rules. As per District Action Plan, special armed deployment will be there at strategic locations at Dimapur to thwart extortion and illegal taxation. Dimapur police will continue to deploy special armed escort to escort goods, vehicles, trucks bound for Dimapur on or transit towards Kohima from Newfield, Tilai Gate till Medifizima. Emergency cases can contact PCR at helpline number 100 or as stated with the number 7085 055050. Manufacture, sale and use of firecrackers exceeding a certain limit has been prohibited. Public has been appealed to not burst crackers within 1200-meter radius from hospitals or healthcare centers, educational institutions, religious places. Fireworks permitted from 11:55 till 12:30 p.m. on Christmas and New Year Eve. Evening street vendors are also being asked to avoid overcrowding that obstructs road traffic at City Tower, Holy Cross, Deluxe Point, New Flyover. All restaurants, lounges, night carnivals, bazaars are to be closed by 10 p.m. Public has been asked to strictly adhere to COVID-19 appropriate behavior in the wake of the surge of Omicron cases. Dimapur Police's major achievement in NLTP and NDPS cases have been registered, and as per the information, high success rates in extortion and arms act cases. Public has registered 71 cases of illegal substances. 62 people have been nabbed with high quantity, huge quantity of illegal substances. I would be stating the data as mentioned. 25,301 bottles of Indian-made foreign liquor, 1,303 kgs of ganja seized in 2021, 1,687 kg of brown sugar, along with 1,427 kg of heroin seized. Huge amounts of contrabands has also been seized, as stated 1,07,000 1,000 cash seized in NLTP and NDPS cases each year in 2021. 158 cases of extortion and arms act registered. Along with that, 197 persons arrested in such cases, 77 arms, 1,087 rounds ammunition and 7 grenades seized. Cash rupees of 18 lakh, 11,015 seized along with arms and ammunition. To prevent damage to extra high voltage transmission lines and disruption of power supply, the Nagaland Department of Power directed citizens not to carry out activities that would trigger it. Chief Engineer in a press release stated on Tuesday that Power Department has been experiencing instances of major power disruptions that were caused by unmindful felling of trees on the extra high voltage transmission lines by the public. The CEO also mentioned that snapping of power lines due to felling of trees not only disrupts power but also affects the health of the power lines and equipments in the substations, making them vulnerable to breakdowns. In the recent holding of a special session to discuss repeal of AFSPA in the State Assembly adopted a 5-point resolution whereon one of the resolution called for an apology from appropriate authority for the killings at Oting Tiro massacre, along with an assurance that justice will be delivered by applying the laws on the land on those who perpetrated the inhuman massacre and on those who are responsible for the incident. However, President of NPC C.K. Theri has called the call for apology over a massacre and insult to the bereaved families, their villagers and community of Nagaland. He stated that the people want justice, not an apology, condemning the resolution. He said the Nagaland Assembly has shamed Naga brave hearts. The Pradesh Congress chief said apology over the massacre is not acceptable as the killings and apologies cannot be the law of precedence. He added that the resolution is blunt towards justice. District Rural Development Agency employees have refused to call off the strike till their unpaid salaries are cleared in full and have given the state government till January 15th, 2022 to pay the dues. The employees have been protesting since mid-November and have notified the state government that they will be forced to take legal action provided the government fail to deliver their demand. A joint press release was also issued on Tuesday by the officers and staff of DRDAs of 6 districts, namely Dimapur, Longlong, Kifire, Phek, Mokokchung and Twengsang. The press release stated that it has received appeals from the Commissioner and Secretary to the Government Rural Development and the Director RD Blocks asking them to call off the agitation. However, no particular date in clearing the pending salary was assured by the authorities. Meanwhile, the release also cautioned from employees from taking the upper hand and creating any situation that would obstruct the process and divert the agitation from its intended course. Nagaland government advised the farmers to the state to judiciously use the land by adopting proper land use planning for increasing ecological and livelihood security. State Agriculture Production Commissioner Y.K. Tosema, while issuing a 6-point farmers advisory on Tuesday, said that the traditional jhum cultivation is neither economically remunerable nor ecologically sustainable, although it's a way of life for the Nagas. Sema further stated that the farmers' advisory services are essential unlike other states and that landholding pattern, which is owned by the individual, clan and community in Nagaland, is very peculiar. The farming community has also been advised to revive the age-old tradition of preservation and management of seeds by preserving the best mother plant and for its reproduction for seed storage, as the government may not be able to provide the required seeds at all times. Global Mr. Nagaland, in collaboration with Global Model India and National People's Party, organized Global Mr. Nagaland on Tuesday at Livingstone Foundation International School, Dimapur. The chief guest of the event was K. Kathi Chishi, Secretary and Managing Director Toka MPCS Limited, and the guest of honor was Yushik Sangtam, PRO to Minister Geology and Mining, NSMDC, Soil and Water Conservation. Notably, a total of 14 contestants participated in the contest, and the winner of the contest was Tonoto Jimomi, while the first runner-up was bagged by Teika Kejiomi and the second runner-up by Mutan Nangba. Furthermore, the judges of the events were Ms. Kahili Shofi, FBB Colors Femina Miss India Nagaland 2017, Suraj Kumar, Mr. Asia 2020, Annie Yeptomi, Director, LFI, DIMI, Amar Shamu Sonawane, International Pageant Director, founder of Global Model India, and Zemimia Trophy Advocate.
Try something aspirational, and as an entrepreneur I really wanted to encourage, because I also started something like this. It was an event like this. Slowly it inspired me to do bigger things in life. So that's my biggest support to you, that I'm here today for you, and I'd like to encourage more entrepreneurs. Nagaland needs a lot of entrepreneurs, and this is what we are together. So I stand with you all and speak future entrepreneurs. Second thing, I would like to tell you that why these kind of events are very important. Nagaland is a very small state. We need a lot of brand ambassadors for this thing. As you must be aware about the social causes that are also impacting our lives today, especially the Armed Force Special League, which is not only a very critical aspect of our living as Naga society, as people belonging to the Northeast. And we need a lot of brand ambassadors. We need to create more brand ambassadors, go out to the world, talk about our community, about the challenges that we're facing. And today, when we host this event, remember you are creating an ambassador representing Nagaland and talking about a plan.
A sudden call. I didn't expect that I'll be speaking up here because I was not told. But anyway, nevertheless, it's not surprising. But anyway, it's a very pleasant evening, and I feel that yesterday I was in Kohima and now I'm in Dimapur. And although it was indoor yesterday and today is an outdoor, the temperature remains the same. I would feel that. And the crowd of yesterday and today, when I could recollect, today is very lively and the audience is great. And they always say that Dimapur crowd is always the best, and I think I understand why they say that, because you're very lively, you're warm-hearted. Anyway, greetings to all the judges over here, my dear chief guest and the guest of honor. It's a privilege to have you here, and also the judges from the long way from Pune, and I'm happy that you're here. And the others are also here from here. I'm happy that you have given the time. The audience, I'm very sorry that the program went a bit late, but nevertheless, it's a good wait, I would say that. We always talk about 33% girls reservation, and I think that guys also need 33% reservation.
The 21st Inter-Khel football tournament Dimapur concluded on Tuesday. Notably, the tournament started on 15th of December at Dimapur Village Public Ground with the motto Unity Through Sports. Furthermore, a closing ceremony program was held in which Dr. Ronald Lota was the chief guest of the event, while he also kicked off the ball for the finale. The final match was played between A-Khel and H-Khel, while A-Khel won the match. Final match by 4 goals against H-Khel.
Talimwa jersey number 17, Toto jersey number 2, Akaba jersey number 4. Ladies and gentlemen,
give back your wife. Son, we thought of making a very big thing in life, but life is not so simple or so cozy as we may want to visualize. Things are not very smooth as we may want to happen. So, even though today few of you, one or two of you may be responding to my message, I would like to tell you that let us all become a very good human being.
Apnihan janya se aji amakan 21st Inter-Khel football tournament Dimapur 2021 do khila se edu closing ceremony ase. Apnihan not only that aji amakan village inauguration day come Inter-Khel football tournament itu hoase. Itu totally ede Dimapur de 12 khels ase. Tade paroda khel de khilegi na aji final apnihan digi daga toile do A-Khel versus H-Khel khili ase. Aro itu amahan special guest toile do Mr. Roland Lotha ise philanthropist. Aro aji amahan itu tournament de itu team do leader Unity Through Sports pra itu even though huase gun apni ange janai diase.
President Ramnath Kovind on Wednesday witnessed the operational demonstration by the Southern Naval Command in Kerala's Kochi. Notably, the Southern Naval Command is presenting the demo of their strategies and power in front of the nation that gives a strong message to all the enemies out there. Meanwhile, on the third day of his visit to Kerala, President Ramnath Kovind is scheduled to unveil a statue of P.N. Panikkar in the state capital of Thiruvananthapuram. Later in the evening, he will pray at Thiruvananthapuram Shri Padmavashwanam temple before returning to the Raj Bhavan. According to officials, the president will return to Delhi on December 24th.
भारतीय नौसेना पोत तरंगिनी 23 जनवरी 2006 से नौसेना की पहली कमान है। अब आप 4 फास्ट इंटरसेप्टर क्राफ्ट भारतीय नौसेना पोत कल्पेनी जिसके कप्तान लेफ्टिनेंट कमांडर एसपी डागर हैं।
Nagaland state government has notified that December 23rd has been declared a holiday for banks and financial institutions. The state government informed the holiday through the state DIPR holiday for banks and financial institutions come under the Negotiable Instruments Act 1881. Due to unprecedented inflation and sharp rise in unemployment rate, the public of Gilgit, Baltistan marched to protest against the Pakistan government on Tuesday, December 21st. The protesters demonstrated against the government for making false promises during election campaign and not fulfilling even one. According to sources, subsidy on a number of items has been lifted, inflation rate increased and unemployment rate is on a historic high. The widespread unemployment has affected the socio-economic standards and pushed the natives towards debt and depression. Meanwhile, the unemployment rate is highly seen among graduates, postgraduates and doctorates due to very less opportunities. The public has accused government of pushing people into vagrancy through a systematic policy.
सारी तकलीफ पाकिस्तान पीपल्स पार्टी को है, दिगर लोगों को शायद तकलीफ नहीं है। अगर बेरोजगारी से आपको तकलीफ नहीं है, आटे की गंदम के खात्मे से आपको तकलीफ नहीं है, महंगाई से आपको तकलीफ नहीं है, तो वहां पाकिस्तान पीपल्स पार्टी के कारकुनों को भी कोई तकलीफ नहीं है। हम आपकी खातिर यहाँ यासीन से लोग आए हैं, हमारे कारकुन यहाँ चट्टूर खान से आए हैं, यहाँ फंडर से आए हैं, यहाँ बेरटी से आए हैं। मेरे बुजुर्गों, भाइयों, दोस्तों, साथियों, सबसे पहला हमारा इशू यही है बेरोजगारी का खात्मा। हम रोजगार चाहते हैं, हम अपने बच्चों को पढ़ाकर गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स दिलवाना चाहते हैं। हमारे पास फैक्ट्रियां नहीं।
The winter session of Parliament concluded on Wednesday, a day ahead of its schedule. Both the houses, the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, were adjourned sine die. The winter session had 18 sittings and witnessed the bills such as the Farm Laws Repeal Bill and the Elections Law Amendment Bill. The session lost 18 hours and 48 minutes due to disruption by the opposition members on a range of issues such as price hike and Lakhimpur Kheri violence. The upper house also witnessed several disruptions during the session following the suspension of 12 MPs from the opposition parties for their rebellious conduct in the previous session in August. Notably, the winter session of Parliament had begun on 29th of November and was scheduled to go until 23rd of December. Well, that is all for now. This is Gilgit signing off. Keep watching Nagaland TV.